Hey there, students. We're here studying for the exam 3 for BADM 320, Principles of Marketing. And right here I have the third exam from fall 2018. This should be one in the back of your book. There's another video for the other practice exam, so you can have that. But I'll go through here, give you some insights about why I was picking these questions and some other things in here to help you know. If you want the like just the ABCD thing, go look on Course Here or someplace like that. I'm sure someone has it up there but I'm just going to go through these one by one. All right, sound good? Oh, if you don't go through this, remember you can actually speed it up and I'll go faster. Thanks, right? Anyway, let's get started. Number 1, in order to prevent fierce price competition between them, firms that produce and sell competing products might want to collude on price in order to secure profit. This practice is commonly known as horizontal price fixing, which is illegal. For firms, the incentive for horizontal price fixing is strongest when B. Competing firms' products are not differentiated from each other. Look, if your products are different, I don't have to worry about you because I'm selling a different. If I'm selling apples and you're selling oranges, look, there's different things here. But if we're both selling oranges, I mean, what's the difference between sun-kissed oranges and moon-kissed oranges? I don't know. So if they're similar products, there's more of an incentive to try to collude. Okay. Number 2, hypothetically, GE manufactures and sells aircraft engines to Boeing. He uses the engines to make commercial airliners and sells these planes to United Airlines. Suppose that GE and Boeing work together on controlling the price of the planes to be passed on to United Airlines. This pricing practice would be vertical price fixing and illegal. Okay, now this is a hypothetical thing, but when you have vertical price fixing, it's when multiple layers of the supply chain are working together to control the price at the end and maybe charge them a higher price to the end customer, i.e. the airline here. All right, this is illegal in so many ways. It's really tough to prove, but it's still illegal. Okay, so price fixing is a thing. So remember that. So vertical price fixing and illegal. So 2 is C. Number 3, which of the following is not one of the 5 C's of pricing? That would be D. Cutting edge information is not one of the 5 C's. And if you are studying for the exam, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a couple of those 5 C's on there. Okay. Number 4, which part of the product life cycle focuses on process innovation? Remember, process innovation is another way you look at cost leadership. You're finding out ways to make things cheaper. Okay, so process leadership is used in the maturity phase and the decline phase. And here, decline phase is your only one you could choose. So number 4 is C. Now, the introduction phase and growth phase, in that one, you have product innovation because you come up with new products, right? That's what you focus on there. But in maturity and decline, you're focused on process innovation, cost leadership. Okay? Number 5, why do firms create new products? To respond to customer needs? Yep. Respond to changes in fashion cycle? Yep. To manage risk through diversity? Yeah, all those are reasons. So 5 is D, all the above. Because there's a lot of different reasons why companies start and come up with new products. Number 6, the U of I is developing free online courses. The university would put all its classes online for anyone to see. The free program classes would grow the name and brand of the University of Illinois into new markets, and the class would be taught by U of I faculty. If you were screening this idea, which part of the idea screening process would stand out the most for a reason not to do the online classes? Well, remember, it's the RWW. Is it real? Is it worth it? And can we win? So we look at, is this real? Is this something we can do? Yeah, U of I already has online classes, and we can totally do that. We got the professors, we got all this stuff. Yeah, we've got that. Is it worth it? Well, it's going to build our brand name. It's going to help spread education out. Yeah, it's worth doing. So probably the reason why people might say no would be B. Asking yourself, can we win or can we make money? If it's all free, how do we pay the bills? Okay, so that would be why it might not happen. So number 7, which part of the product life cycle is noted for having the highest price for consumers? That would be introduction. A, the lowest prices would be in C, the decline phase. So, but 7 is A. 8, which part of the product life cycle would focus on product innovation? Talked about that already. That would be introduction phase, well, introduction or growth, but in this one, A is your only option of introduction. So that would be product innovation. Good to know if you're going to be doing the essay exam. Conflict. Number 9, accounting services are difficult for consumers to understand as they do not have an actual product that customers buy and hold in their hand. This is an example of what difference between products and services. That number 9 is A, intangible. You can't, I mean, you could hug your accountant, but you can't hug accounting, right? There's not a physical thing you can hold on to. That's the intangible nature of services. Number 10, in order to attract customers, Gold Gems offers 1 month of free membership for first-time users. Gold's Gem is using the free trial to overcome which area that products and services differ. 10 is B, the inseparable nature of services. You have to be there to get the service. So, hey, we'll give you that free time at the gym so you can try it out to see if it's right for you. Okay, so 10 is B. 11, the difference between what customers expect and know about a business and what a company thinks, that's the key word, thinks their customers expect and know about a business is the definition of which gap in the gap model? That is A, the knowledge gap. Okay. Number 11, the differences between customers expect, that was number 11 was A. Sorry, number 12. The supply chain is linked to which part of the 4 Ps? That would be place, delivering the value. 13. Firms collect a large amount of data on their clients. Yes, they do. If firms analyze the data and find trends and patterns in the data, they are doing what action to the data? That is called data mining. Data warehousing is collecting. Data mining is drilling down in there to figure out those trends. Okay. Number 14, distribution centers do many activities for businesses. Which of the following is one of those duties? Well, they actually do all of these. They manage inbound transportation. Yep. They can get merchandise floor ready. Yep. Store products for retailers. Yep. They can do all those things. So 14 is D, all the above. 15, the most important job of advertising is A, persuading customers to buy a product or service. That's probably the overall most important thing. 16, which of the following is not one of the 4 Ps of marketing? Propaganda. D. 16 is D. 17. Pull advertising is designed to inspire customers to want products and ask their retailers to carry the product. Yes, that is true. 17 is A. 18. Which type of advertising is best for goods that have gained market acceptance, like Coca-Cola? That is C, reminder advertising, because you're just reminding people. I mean, I don't have to teach you what Coca-Cola is. I just have to remind you, hey, have a Coke and a smile. Don't forget to refresh with Coke. Yummy, right? So you're just reminding them. C. 19. Axe Body Spray uses sex and humor to sell their products. This is an example of what kind of appeal? That is B, emotional appeal. 20. General Mills advertises their monster cereal brands of breakfast cereal only during the fall leading up to Halloween. This is an example of what type of advertising schedule? That is flighting, because it only flies in for that little part, then it flies off and doesn't come back. Okay. 21. Barnes & Noble booksellers run commercials throughout the year, but during the Christmas season, increase their advertising on TV and online in order to announce their Christmas toys and gifts. Barnes & Noble is using what kind of advertising schedule? That is pulsing. So pulsing, yeah, you're advertising all year round, but occasionally you pulse up more for different times. So Barnes & Noble, yeah, they'll pulse up for the holidays. They'll also pulse up for like the beginning of the school year for people to get school supplies. They'll do that. But they still have ads all year round. Next up, 22. When looking at new product development, the relative advantage, compatibility, observability, and trialability of the new product affect A, how quickly an innovative product will be accepted by a market. 23. Which of the following is the correct order of the product life cycle? Introduction, growth, maturity, decline. That's pretty straightforward. 24. If all the gas stations in Champaign agreed to charge the same price for gas, they would be participating in what? That would be C, horizontal price fixing. So horizontal price fixing is when companies at the exact same level. So all the gas stations, they're on the same level as gas stations. So that would be horizontal price fixing, which is illegal. 25, what is the electronic exchange of business documents from a retailer to a vendor that helps reduce ordering errors and increase efficiency and cycle time? That's EDI. C, EDI. 26, advertising is related to which of the 4 Ps of marketing? That is D, promotion. Pretty straightforward stuff here. 27, what's the Twitter hashtag for the course? That was hashtag Wolters World, D. 28, Jaguar wants their cars to be seen as the premier luxury car in the market. This thinking would relate to which of the 5 Cs of pricing? It says Jaguar wants their cars to be seen. It's what Jaguar wants. That is a company objective, B. Okay, so 28 is B. 29. In January, the iPhone cost $199 when it's first released. In March, the phone costs $99 to attract new customers. In October, the iPhone costs $25. And then the new iPhone 12 is released. So it keeps going down little by little. This is an example of what kind of pricing strategy. That is price skimming, because you're skimming off who's willing to pay $199 for it. We'll get them, and then we'll lower the price, and we'll sell it at $99 to get those people that want to pay for that. And the people that want to pay $25, we'll do that. And the people that just want to get a free phone, we'll get them at the very end when another product comes out. And we'll do the exact same thing again and again and again. Hence why when you go to AT&T or Verizon and you buy the older iPhones, they're cheaper than the newer ones, because skim, skim, skim. Okay? Next up. Number 30, the collection of data or big data by firms can be used to develop new ideas and ways to help customers and learn more about customers. The collection of this large amount of data is called data warehousing. Okay? 31, when customers expect a certain level of service standards, for example, a clean hotel room with fresh pillows and toilet paper, but the firm delivers a different level of service standards, dirty room, use toilet paper rolls. Yeah. This would be an example of what gap in the gap model? That is the B standards gap. Because I said service standard. Read the question. It'll help you understand what we're looking for here, okay? Because if you're looking at the gaps, I mean, knowledge gap is just how people think, like what I think you think and what you actually think. Standards gap is what your service standard expectations are versus the service standards I deliver. The delivery gap is basically what is being delivered versus what's not being, like what you expect to be delivered and what I'm actually delivering, i.e. delivering a good night's sleep, what all goes into that, right? Or delivering flowers to your mom on Mother's Day. Yes, if it arrives on Mother's Day, you're great. If it arrives on the Monday after, you're horrible. These kind of things you want to kind of look at out there. To do next. 32. KPMG and EY accounting firms are famous for their ability to find and train the best students to hire that turn into fantastic workers and eventual partners. Which part of KPMG and EY's value chain is adding value to the firm in this situation? That is C, human resource management. The HR team. They're going out there and they're finding the best people. They're coming to the U of I and going, hey, y'all are awesome at accounting. Why don't you come work for us? They find the really good ones and bring them in. Next up. 33. Our Arm & Hammer cleaner kills twice as much bacteria as our competitors. That's the key right there. As our competitors. This is an example of what kind of advertisement? That would be A, persuasive advertising. Because it's persuasive because I'm trying to persuade you to buy my products over our competition. Because it says kills twice as much bacteria as our competitors. So in that way, that comparison makes it a persuasive one. Now, if I said Arm & Hammer cleans 99% of all viruses, that would be an informative advertising because I'm informing you about how much is getting killed. But since I'm doing the comparison, that's why it's persuasive. Okay? 34, which of the following will help develop a stronger strategic relationship between different levels of a supply chain? Develop common goals for all levels of the supply chain. Yeah, if we're all working towards the same thing, it really works out. If we're all having different goals, I mean, think about when you're a student. If everyone in your team wants to get an A, it's a lot easier to work together than if you got one person who wants to get an A, then you have like the senior that already has a job that doesn't care. It's like, look, I can get a negative 50 on this project. I'm still going to pass. Different goals can cause problems. So if everyone's got the same common goal, it's really going to help out. Okay? Next up, 35. How can companies achieve improved service recovery with customers? Basically, how can they unscrew up? Listen to your customers. Yeah, that's a good start. Resolve customer problems quickly. Yep, that helps. Provide a fair solution to the customer. You better believe it. So actually 35 is D. All the above can help with service recovery. 36, AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint control the vast majority of the mobile phone market. This would mean that the mobile phone carrier industry is found to be in what type of competition? That would be D, oligopoly, because there's only a few firms controlling the market. 37, Wolters World buys t-shirts from University Tees. When Mark buys 20 shirts, he pays $20 per shirt. However, if he buys 50 shirts, he pays $15 per shirt. This is an example of what kind of pricing tactics by University Tees. That would be D, quantity discount. More you buy, less you pay. Okay. Kind of like when you get your cereal, if you get the family one, there's the normal box for $3. Then there's the family box that's like 90 times the size, but only 30 cents more. And you're like, what? Quantity discount. Boom. Next up, 38. Which product innovation would be more easily accepted? Innovation A, that takes a long time to explain to customers, or innovation B, which is simple to explain to customers? 38 is B, innovation B, because honestly, if you can explain it to them really quickly and easily, people grasp it. If something more complicated, like, I don't understand too much information, it can turn them off. Okay, so you won't. That's why it's always important to have that elevator pitch, that you can get it done really quick so people understand what the real benefit is. Okay, next up, 39. Which company orientation focuses completely on the customer, but does not keep focus on competition? That is C, customer orientation. I mean, it's in the name. 40. When a firm is only reacting to what competitors do when developing new products, learning from their mistakes, doing what worked for the competition, basically just following the market leader, they would be termed what kind of company orientation? That would be a competitor orientation. We're just seeing what our competitors doing and we're following along. 41. Which of the following is a disadvantage of being a first mover? You have to, that's D, 41 is D. You have to spend a lot of money informing and developing the market, and then everybody that comes later, you've basically set the table, and everyone else can come enjoy it. You're like, oh, all that work, and I get, oh, man. Yeah, but you do that to get it, so that's an issue there. There are advantages, but that's one of the big disadvantages. A second mover or late mover firm who only cares about keeping up with the competition most likely falls into which company orientation? That is also B, competitor orientation, because you're just following behind. 43. Department stores like Macy's tend to have seasonal sales on merchandise. They would most likely be using what kind of pricing strategy? 43 is B, high-low pricing, because you have to have the high price so people value it at that high price. So when you have that lower sale, they're like, oh, I'm getting this $200 suitcase for $50. Yay! You have to have that high-low kind of stuff. 44. It's kind of like when you go to TJ Maxx, you feel so good getting it because, oh, it's TJ Maxx. It's so much cheaper than that. Yay! The high-low. Well, TJ Maxx is another definition, but that you have to have that perception of a high price so you feel like you're getting a deal with a low price. 44. When a firm sells off the leftovers that are left after they make their main product, coke leftover from oil refining, scrap metal from car companies. This is called what kind of pricing? That is C, byproduct pricing. So you're selling the byproducts, and you'll be surprised how much some of the other stuff you have people might want to buy. Hey, we have all this leftover fry oil. Somebody might want to buy it. How much are you going to charge for it? So you think about that. 45, which instructor has the awesomest students ever? I think you know that answer. 46, what are the 4 P's of marketing? Product, price, place, promotion. D. 46 is D. 47. Why would a firm use a direct sales method straight to the client instead of using a distribution center or a wholesaler or a retailer? Well, the firm wants to protect their intellectual property. Yeah, I don't want anyone else to know what I do. Yeah, that would be a reason. The product's too large to store in inventory. I mean, you don't go to Walmart to buy an aircraft carrier, right? They just delivered it to the government. Also, the client may just demand it. Hey, I want it to come straight to me. Okay. So 47 is D, all of the above. 48, when McDonald's restaurants' delivery trucks have pictures of Coca-Cola on the side of them, this is an example of which way supply chain members can strengthen the relationship. 48 is D, credible commitments. Look, Coca-Cola, we're McDonald's. We love you. We love you so much. We put you on the side of our trucks. We drive all around the country. Now, that's a credible commitment. Don't you think? Yeah. So there's that one. 49, Domino's Pizza was able to add value to their customers' pizza experience by being able to deliver their pizzas faster than their competition. At least used to be in my case. The delivery aspect of Domino's supply chain would be an example of what? That is a primary activity, getting the delivery of the product out to the customer. Remember, primary activities are things you actually do that help you make and create the product and get it to the customer. The secondary supporting activities are the background stuff, like HR and management and stuff like that. And then number 50, a goal of marketing communication is build a positive image of the brand. Yep. Build awareness of the brand. Yep. Attract potential customers. Yep. So 50 is D, all of the above. All right, so I hope this helps you know a little bit more for the exams, have an idea of how the questions are set up. I do wish you really good luck. I'm sure you do fine. I'm not worried about it. The other practice exam is online as well, so you can watch that and be ready to go. So good luck on the exam, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.